Hey, Crystal. All right, we're gonna go ahead and move over to this view here. Hey, Crystal. All right, guys. If you're joining me, I am working through and showing a few people what's going on. As far as YouTube is concerned, I've made an adjustment to go into YouTube, YouTube. So if you have any questions or comments or anything, man, y'all feel free to blast them in there. I am working on getting connected to one of the things that I'm using right now is an OSB software, which is a broadcasting system, a lot like what gamers use. Having some issues. I've made it an adjustment, and it doesn't want to do what I'm asking it to do. So I'll have to work out those kinks later. So, anyways, yeah. So I'm just sharing a little bit about what's going on in my world, what I'm doing, and how I am doing it. Shifted over from doing most of my stuff through YouTube and through, sorry, to YouTube from um, Facebook. I was doing a lot of meets in Facebook. I was doing a lot of stuff in that space, just sharing through my camera. Got incredibly interested in streaming, and so I decided just to start streaming using OSB. And one of the things that I thought was really interesting is a lot of these guys who do their video game thing. I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about. But people who do video game stuff, they stream through an OSB, so they have all their signals that come in. They do all of their stuff that way. It's like their feed comes in. They've got a little face on there. They're doing all their stuff, and so I was just real curious about it. And streaming ended up having a lot more control over what I wanted to do. I could use the cameras in a much different way in my office, in my setup. And I've got to apologize. You're going to hear the click of the mouse because I couldn't get. I usually control how everything's going through this. However, I've got a connection issue, but that's okay. I'm not too worried about connection issues right now. But yeah, so usually what I would do is just get a camera and go. Now I've got like multiple cameras. Obviously, you saw my intro outro video, so I'll just do this real quick. This is my close-up camera in case I need to do anything. We can have like cool close-up conversations. So anyways, yeah. So gonna come back over here and click on the training video. So I created just like a quick frame, an overlay. There are going to be other things. Hey, Crystal, do me a favor. Text David and text Ashley and text and text some of the people who are in our office because I know they were asking. I totally forgot. I told them that I was going to text them and copy the link. Do me a favor. Type like cool or something like that into the chat box. So type cool now, and I want to see how quickly the latency is. I've been working on that. I think that's one of my biggest challenges. It through a webcam, there's a live opportunity for that, and through this, like right through doing this system, there is a little bit of a latency issue. So once I say something, how quickly somebody hears it. Actually, Crystal, I know that I'm going to give you a second to come back because I know you're probably copying and pasting the link for this. So just let me know when you come back. I want to test that by saying a number, and then I want you to type it in when you hear the number and see how quickly I say something to get a response that then you actually respond. Lots of great conversations happening here. So anyways, I will go in and show you. So one of the things that I love about it, again, lots of opportunity to share. Usually I can really just click into something real fast right here on my iPad. And again, it is what it is. You get these things that happen all the time. So I can't really show you how I do that, but I usually could just click a button and it shifts. So I've got to actually manipulate this by going up here to click. And so I can easily move into a new screen. This would be a PowerPoint. So I have this on a separate display. I can see it over here. And in the display, you get to see me still. So you see me, I'm still active. I'm still engaging in with our audience, with those who are going to be participating. And I just made a quick slide. This is where I'm at. So all the way up top is my Randy page, which that's where I do a lot of my coaching, training, inspiration. Next to that, I have a podcast, Mission, Vision, Values. I'm really big on mission, vision, values. And so that's where that podcast happens. And then moving over is randyolive.com. I do have a website. Most of it is connections to blogs. I write a lot. I do a lot of writing, so my blogs are in there. My podcast is on there. I actually have a link to the One Thing podcast. Crystal, type in when you're back, by the way, so I can see that you're back over here in the chat. You do a lot of things with the One Thing. There's some of the stuff that I've taught, some of the videos that are linked in there. Straight above me right here, that's my personal page, which obviously I have friends. And then that way, sorry, getting used to which way, that way, next to that, it's the YouTube channel, working on getting that all built out, and then my Instagram. So those are all the spaces I am. Very intentional about each of those spaces, adding a lot of content pretty much everywhere. One of the things that I am serious about those, putting out original content on each of those. And again, I can come back to the training with graphic. This is what I call this slide. Usually when I am training, just by the way, my notes that I have on the side, I've got the it's all in your head thing, but if we're going through and we're having a conversation, I easily click on something, it goes away. What I usually do is I stack my notes for like the key elements that we're going to be talking about. And so if I move that, it goes away and you can see what's underneath it. So I do a lot of revealing, so a lot of layers that I unstack. If I really wanted to get to where it's just you and I, obviously move in, get all the distractions away. Okay, Crystal, I am going to say the number 1, and when I say it next time, as soon as you hear it, I want you to type 1 in the chat box, okay? So, 1. Okay, 7 seconds. Nice. That's not too bad. My goal is to get it into 3 to 5, so I think I need to figure out a couple more of my settings, which is fine. So, awesome. So, anybody that's out there, I don't know who all has joined in. I've got the viewers hidden. Let me go see if I can't see 3 viewers. So, we got 3 people out there. Type any questions that you have in there. So, obviously, I think I'm one of the viewers just because of the way things are set up. And Crystal is. So, not sure who else is with us, but go ahead and type in there. Let me see who's with us, and I'll show you a little bit about what's going on. And obviously, if you guys have any questions, if you're out there and you actually have a question, by all means, ask away. Again, just kind of roll through. David Snook. Hi, David Snook. I did, so y'all, it's going to be loud for just a second. Actually, it's not that loud. I don't have it that loud. But I do have this clip, which is an intro, and it sits at the beginning. I put my face on there specifically so they could see that we're about to start, but that we're getting going. And then I also have underneath that an outro that'll say thanks for watching at the end. I'll usually mount the reason why I did that, just so that we're all on the same page, because of the latency, right? So if I'm talking and I want to go in the stream, I don't want to end it and then it clips off the last few seconds because it didn't stream all the way. And so I want to be able to go into YouTube to stop the stream so that there's no issues. There may be a better way, but yet I'm okay with that. So I drop in the last screen. It's got a little bit of music, mute myself so I can go in there and click away and it's not bothering anything. And then I can stop the stream. It'll pick up the rest of it. And then I don't miss any of the content. It was really interesting about the latency thing, which I think if you're going to do something like this, you got to go look into the latency side of it. High quality usually delays about 40 seconds. So high quality delays about 40 seconds, which you could imagine if I'm asking a conversation, that's almost a minute later before I even get to answer your question. That can cause some issues. Awesome. I see another viewer, 4th viewer who popped in with us. I saw David. Got Crystal. I think I am one of them, but would love to hear who's with us right now. I don't get to see names. I can just see numbers. So would love to see who's with us. And then obviously if you popped in, you might not have even seen. If you want me to, I'll run through another look of how I do this, what I do. While I'm waiting for you to say, hey, I'm going to see if I can't get this to connect one more time, because that would be awesome to be able to control it from my iPad so I can just show you guys what that looks like, man. Remote control. Oh, now we are up to 5 viewers. Hey guys, sorry if you're popping in. I was just trying to get some things set up. Got a couple of things going on, a couple little challenges. Not too big of a deal. Trying to get my settings reset for my my iPad jumping in. If you're with us, I'd love for you to be able to say who you are. I don't get to see exactly who's in. I just get to see that somebody's there. There's no telling. Only time will tell. I guess I should give 7 seconds for somebody to say hey. All right. So in case anybody's still watching us and they want to see, kind of running through, I'll go from start to finish. Sound in. I usually have this playing when people come in. I also have it as an outro so that it's at the end, so that like there's no weird just me staring at the camera. Come in the training conversation with the graphic. So this is just an overlay. On the right hand side are the notes. As I'm moving through a conversation and I want to advance what we're talking about, I'll change the notes. Just they're in layers. I can change them. You can see all of them there. So I just have that little quick thing there. Again, kind of coming back into it. If we're having a conversation, I want to direct you to a PowerPoint. We get to go to the PowerPoint, have a conversation about what's happening. Within the PowerPoint, I'm still in the screen so that there's interaction, right? So it still feels connected. Hey, Brandy Lou. So there's still connection happening back and forth. As we're going, then I want to come back, but I don't want to have anything else around me. I just want to make sure that you're focused in, or I want to move the attention to the drawing board. I don't want you paying attention to anything. I want to kind of control a little bit of the experience. And then again, like if I wanted to, like I usually do this at the end of the video. So I'll have, sorry, I hit it. That end of the video, like, hey, here's the call to action, do these 3 things, blah, blah, blah. And then I usually will hit that outro. So again, it's just the ability to control the learning experience, make sure that we're hitting on all cylinders, that everybody around is able to connect to everything. So gosh, I hope this makes sense. Crystal, when you move over there, you sound really low. Oh, I changed my mic settings. Thank you for letting me know that. I changed my mic settings when I just finished teaching a class. I usually will have it on. Hold on, let me go back there. It's probably really loud clicking in your ear. I usually have it on omnidirectional so that when I move over here, Crystal, let me know. It should be better. It should actually pick up my voice when I'm on this side now. That's pretty cool. Yes, it does sound. Okay, cool, good. But yeah, so this is what I do. And if you could see the room that I have set up, I got my laptop here. My notes are usually on my iPad here. I have a keyboard down here for my laptop, so I don't have to touch my laptop. I have an HD camera here that feeds into a capture card that then feeds into the OBS software. I'm running the OBS software. I built all the graphics in Photoshop, built all my filters in Photoshop. Yeti X mic pop filter. This is running into my computer as well. I have a softbox light here just to kind of get a little bit of light on my face. I have a stand with a Logitech HD webcam here, USB webcam here. I've got the iPad here for controlling the scenes while I'm actually teaching. The old trusty whiteboard with just all my stuff. PowerPoint, I have a monitor over here, so I have a screen connected over there. I am actually tethered into the internet so that it can run a little bit better. I have another camera that I use just to kind of record some side scenes so that I can post them to social media. I don't use my phone for anything. I actually turn my phone on do not disturb mode so that my computer doesn't ring. But that is my setup. Oh, and I have a ring light over here that just because I really could be any light. I just wanted a real high powerful light to bounce light off of the wall over here to light this side of my face a little bit, because I've got the ring light around my computer that kind of hits me directly. So quick little conversation about my setup. It's pretty cool. I like it. All right, guys. Well, that's me. That's our move over to YouTube. Really excited about it. Love the idea of streaming. Love what it's going to do for us. Love the connections that we're going to be able to make. The sad thing is, I don't know, sad, but I'm kind of late getting into this. Would love for everybody to subscribe to my channel. I have like over 5,000 people connected on my social media platforms, and I have 16 on YouTube. So really working to build the followership here. It's just really going to be a great space to be able to build and store data for our videos, our trainings. I do a lot of inspiration, all that good stuff. So, all right, guys. Crystal, is there anything else that you want to make sure that we're looking at, or any questions that you had? I know that you're helping me with some of this stuff, and you're being introduced to it in real time. If not, I'm good. So I'll count down a couple seconds. I'm going to keep the outro going. So if any questions pop in, I can still answer them. But we are good. And by the way, so there were no copyright issues, this song was created by moi using GarageBand on my iPad. And I have no music skills. It's literally just like pictures of instruments, and I just tapped them until it sounded cool, and then I recorded it. So, all right, guys, y'all are awesome. Again, thanks for listening. This helped me to be able to set up a couple things, and me and Crystal to be able to make sure we're all on the same page. And I will catch you later. Thanks.